All right. Hello everyone. How are you all doing today? Welcome to our weekly HEI showcase with US Higher Education Institution. I have with me Fred and Yingling from Stony Brook University. They'll be taking us through today's session. And at this point, I'm going to give them the opportunity to begin with their presentation. Over to you.
All right, thank you very much, Linus. And it's nice to meet everybody virtually. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Fred Karomi. I'm Director of Graduate Admissions here at Stony Brook University within the Graduate School. I'm joined by my colleague, Lynn Bai, who's our International Admissions Coordinator. So eventually, if you do eventually decide after this presentation to apply to Stony Brook University, at some point you will likely be interacting with either Lynn or myself. So first, I would like to talk a little bit about Stony Brook University. So in this brief presentation, I'm just going to cover a little bit about Stony Brook University for those of you who may not be familiar with Stony Brook. Then I'll go over a little bit of our program, student resources, admissions, and financial aid, and then we'll save some time for questions and answers at the end as well. So now, if you're not familiar with Stony Brook University, we are located in Long Island, New York. We are only about less than 2-hour train ride into New York City, which is very important for us, and it's very helpful for us. Being in Long Island, we are on an island, so we are surrounded by a lot of beautiful beaches. We're just a train ride to New York City, but we're also in a heavily populated suburban area in Suffolk County and Long Island. Stony Brook University is a top-ranked research university. We are an R1 school, so a lot of students come to us do have opportunities to research, and that is a big draw for a lot of our graduate students in master's or doctoral programs, is the opportunities for world-class research opportunities, which usually, since we are a member of the Association for American Universities, the AAU, our graduate students do have the opportunity to begin and conduct research as soon as their first semester here, which we feel does help set us apart and draw a lot of students to us. We have over 900 research faculty. We have partnerships with a lot of local organizations such as the Brookhaven National Laboratory, Cold Spring Harbor Laboratory, and we do play a very large role in running research and development labs across many different sites on Long Island, as well as a few in New York City. Over this past year and a half, we were awarded a $500 million grant to lead the effort and the research in climate change for New York State. So we've also been, our School of Marine and Atmospheric Sciences has been working with New York State in Governor's Island in New York City to help lead climate change research, which we're very excited for that. Now, as far as rankings, we are the #1 public university in New York. So we're the #1 state school in New York State, according to U.S. News and World Report. We're also highly ranked in general for public universities within the U.S. as number 26, according to U.S. News and World Report. We are also ranked by QS for National Universities by Diversity as well, which is also very important for our international students, as we do have a very diverse campus community. Now, at Stony Brook University, we have over 140 different graduate programs offered between the master's, doctoral, and advanced certificate area. So there are a lot of options for students. So that does draw a lot of students for us, and that is a big selling point for us, is that we do have a lot of specialized options for students to choose from. We don't just have a small select handful of programs that students kind of have to fit into a mold. There are a lot of opportunities for specialized research. So we do have a robust campus community, and there are a lot of opportunities and resources, which I'll talk about in a little bit. Now, as with some other larger schools, other universities, we are comprised of 12 different academic colleges and schools on campus, and I'll talk a little bit about most of these in the presentation. So the first, I would like to talk about the College of Arts and Sciences, which we call CAS for short. So our College of Arts and Sciences, I would say, offers the most diverse and broad portfolio of graduate program offerings compared to some of our other colleges. So there are plenty of STEM programs in here, such as our chemistry, physics, mathematics, but we do have many other options as well. There's more focused on the art, like art history, studio art. We have plenty of world-renowned music programs on the master's, doctoral, and DMA level. We have linguistics. We have a very popular political science program, but we recently also created a new political psychology program based off of the needs. within this country and globally as well. We have a very popular economics program as well. So here's just a listing of some of the different programs that we offer in the College of Arts and Sciences. Now, there is a benefit for students who are doing one of these programs because not only are you part of your academic department, but you will also have access to the general College of Arts and Sciences as well, where we do offer a leadership advisory board that our students have the opportunity to take place on, which consists of administration, faculty, and students. And what these students who are selected to this leadership advisory board through the College of Arts and Sciences is they have the opportunity to be a voice for the other students to help with change, help with set policies. So there's just some good opportunities outside of the classroom. And then again, with most of these programs, especially these science programs, there are a lot of research opportunities, which draw a lot of students to these programs. Now, for funding opportunities, we'll talk a little bit more later on, but I did just want to state, because I know this is a very common question that we get asked, is the majority of our doctoral programs, since they do involve research or teaching, the majority of our doctoral programs are fully funded for the most part. And that would be usually in the form of a graduate tuition scholarship, in addition to a research assistantship position or a teaching assistant position. Our masters, however, are typically usually self-funded for at least the first year, but then there could be TA and RA positions later on in their second, third, or fourth semester here. So next, I would like to talk about our College of Business. Our College of Business is an AACSB accredited business program. AACSB is one of the more rigorous accrediting bodies for graduate business program, well, just business programs in general, business schools. Only about 6% of the world's business schools have this AACSB accreditation. So in our College of Business, we do like to focus on innovation, where we're constantly reviewing and updating our program offerings based off of market need, which we feel is very important, especially in the ever-changing world of business. So we still have our traditional MBA programs where we offer concentrations either in a general program, or you could focus on accounting, finance, healthcare management, innovation, marketing, or operations analytics. But in addition to that, over the past few years, we've recently reviewed our offerings for our more specialized offerings. So a few years ago, we had a program, we created a brand new program in decision analytics. And recently we reorganized the program into a new business analytics and intelligence program. So we know there are many business analytics programs out there, especially within the United States. However, with our new business analytics intelligence program, where we feel that program, so it does teach students how to use data to make strategic business decisions. So how to get the data, how to interpret the data. But where our program, I feel, differs a little bit than some of the others is we added an AI component to it, where anyone who's interested in the STEM fields, computer science, engineering, or business in general, they understand AI plays a large role pretty much in everything. So we're teaching students in this new business analytics intelligence program how to not only use data, but how to use AI to help make business decisions. So we're very excited about that. We also recently rebranded our Masters of Science in Accounting program into Accounting and Analytics to add more of a data analytics side to accounting. And now the program is also a STEM program, similar to business analytics. Then we have a very popular longstanding MS in Finance program, which has been a very renowned program here in the United States. We found out that it is students according to Forbes magazine, students who graduate from our program have a slightly higher percentage for higher earning potential, where last year, I believe it was around $15,500 more in salary for our MS in Finance students in the US in comparison to other programs. I believe we were ranked about 17 in the country per Forbes magazine for earning potential for students who graduate from our MS in Finance program. Now, we do also offer a School of Communication and Journalism, which focuses on teaching students how to become storytellers and how to become world-class journalists. So in our School of Communication and Journalism, we have programs in science communication as well as in journalism. This is a very hands-on program for our students. So they are learning how to write, but they are also learning how to speak publicly as well as broadcast. So students who've gone through our programs have obtained internships as well as career placements in the New York Times, MLB, many government agencies as well, just to name a few. Now, one of our more popular programs for international students, schools, is the College of Engineering and Applied Sciences. So all the programs in this school are STEM designated programs, and we have a wide range of offerings. So it's not just one computer science and one engineering management program. We have many different specialties for students to choose from. So this ranges from applied mathematics and statistics, biomedical engineering, biomedical informatics. We have material science and engineering and chemical molecular engineering, civil engineering, computer science for the master's and PhD. Computer science typically is one of our more popular master's programs, so it is very competitive to get into. Then over the past 3 years, we also created a brand new data science program, as we previously had a master's of science in computer science with a concentration in data science, but due to the market needs, we created our own separate program for data science, which is a joint program between computer science and applied mathematics and statistics. We also have computer and electrical engineering. One of our other newer programs is engineering AI. So where this program actually differs from the business analytics intelligence is our engineering artificial intelligence programs take some more comprehensive approach to AI. So we are training students in robotics and physics and general engineering of how to actually build the platforms that are going to be delivering the AI. So not just how to use it, but also how to use the mechanisms that are going to actually supply the AI. So that is a really cool program. We're very excited for that. And as I mentioned with some of the other schools, this is we have master's and PhD programs, and our doctoral students do have a lot of research opportunities here. So they do partner with a lot of the local laboratories and local businesses in the area. Now, we do also have a School of Social Welfare where we have several Masters of Social Work options, as well as a doctoral program, a PhD in Social Welfare. Some of these programs can be done either online or in person. We also have joint programs with our MPH, or we have some students who are law students at other universities will partner with us. So there are plenty of options through our School of Social Welfare. And then we have our School of Marine and Atmospheric Sciences, where we offer programs in marine conservation and policy, marine, atmospheric, and sustainability studies, as well as a doctoral program. This is a very heavily research-oriented program. And our students who are in SOMAS, we call the school for short, they do have access. We have a campus. Not only do we have the main campus in Stony Brook, New York, we also have a satellite campus in Southampton. So a lot of our School of Marine and Atmospheric Science students will take some of their classes at the Southampton campus, which is on the south shore of Long Island, and they will have access to getting on a boat and going into the ocean to do a lot of their research and studies, which is a really cool opportunity, especially if you're looking to study within this field. We are not a landlocked university like some others, so this does give a lot of hands-on learning and research opportunities for our students. We also do have a School of Health Professions, which houses, just to name a few, our applied health informatics, occupational therapy, physical therapy, speech language pathology, athletic training, and physician assistant programs. Most of these programs are clinical-based programs that do lead to certification within New York State. So some of these are STEM programs, but like I said, these are clinical-based programs. So students who are doing these programs will have access and be working within the Stony Brook University Hospital, which we have on campus as well. So there are different opportunities, but plenty of opportunities for our School of Health Professions students. Check the time. Just to go over some of the resources we have here. Students who are coming to Stony Brook University, they're not stuck just within their program. They do have access to many different support services on our campus. They have many career and skill development. We offer plenty of workshops and programs for professional development through the graduate school, as well as through the Center for Inclusive Education. There are fellowship opportunities and grant support. We do have a graduate student advocate who's here to help students with any issues that may arise while they're here. We have a graduate student organization, as well as writing support opportunities here. Now, as a Stony Brook University student, you will have access to some of the basic amenities of the campus, such as 24/7 health services, a counseling center, a career center, our visa and immigration services to help you with the I-20 and visa process, as well as our student accessibility support center, and just general student life in general. Now, there are housing opportunities on campus. So we do have on-campus housing options on campus, but many of our graduate students, since they tend to be a little older, they do tend to want to live off campus as well. And we are located in a heavily populated suburban area, so there are a lot of opportunities to live off campus. So we do have support to help students whether they decide to live on or off campus. And then in general, there's just a lot to do with Stony Brook. Well, as I mentioned earlier, we are on Long Island, so it is a heavily populated area. We're surrounded by many different beaches that are, a 10-minute drive from the campus. We have several different villages that are all within 10 to 15 minutes, such as the Stony Brook Village or the Port Jefferson Village, which connects to to the Sound, where you can see Connecticut as well. We're a train ride away from New York City. We offer a train station on campus, and then on campus we are a Division I athletic school, so there are a lot of Division I sports, such as like basketball, football, baseball, softball, to name a few. And then we have our own performance center and the Stoller Center on campus. So now I would like to pass it over to my colleague Lynn Bai, who can talk a little bit about admissions for us.
Thank you, Fred. Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you here virtually. My name is Lin Bai. I'm the International Admissions Coordinator for the Graduate School at Stony Brook University. So I know some of you are already interested in our programs, but have the question like, how can I actually apply? So I'm going to talk about admissions part. So let's take a look at our general admissions requirements. It's just a general one because some programs have a little bit different admissions requirements, but this general admissions requirements applies to the majority of our programs. So the first one, English proficiency requirements. So we do require our international students to provide us a proof of their English language proficiency. So if you attended an institution, the undergrad institution, where English was the median of instruction, you don't need to take this language proficiency test. So no TOEFL or IELTS required. But what if the English was not the median of instruction? In other words, if your undergrad program was taught in your native language, we're going to require either TOEFL or IELTS or Gateway. So for TOEFL, we require 80 for master's and 90 for doctoral. And overall, we require IELTS for 60.5 for both master's and doctoral programs. Some of you may know TOEFL started changed their scoring system yesterday. So starting from January 21st, 2026, they use 1 to 6 band scale. So based on their new scale system, we're going to require 4.5 for master's and 5 for the doctoral. Again, some program may require a little bit slightly higher, language requirement. So please check our website. Any questions about the language requirements, feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to help. And for GRE score, Stony Brook is a test optional for most of our master and PhD programs. So in other words, our majority of our master and PhD programs are waived GRE requirements, only except for 5 programs, which are MS in computer science, MS and PhD in economics, and MS and PhD in mechanical engineering. Those 5 programs are still required GRE scores. And additionally, we require still statement of purpose. It's pretty much a self-statement. So please tell us who you are, which program you are interested in, why you choose to study at Stony Brook, and what's your future career goal. And we require 3 letters of recommendation. So actually, during your online application, you can put your recommender's name and the contact information in the system. Then your recommenders can send a letter to the system to us directly. And next, transcript and degree certificate are very important. So if your undergrad program was not taught in English, was in your native language, we're going to require both of your native language transcript and English translation. Same with the degree certificate. By the way, we actually can take the unofficial copy of your transcript for application. So during your application process, you can just send us the copy of your transcript. If you get admitted and enrolled in the program, you can send us the official one afterwards. For application fee, we require $100 application fee. The fee can be paid online during your application, and before your submission, you can through the link to pay the application fee directly. And some programs require additional application materials. For example, the music program, they may require a recording for audition during your application. So please check the website. Any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm glad to help. And the application deadlines are vary per program. So for example, for 2026, we have a February 15 for the MS in Computer Science program. If you are interested in this program, you still have 3 weeks to apply. And also we have a May 1 for College of Business programs like MS in Accounting Analytics and MS in Business AI programs. Both of them have a May 1 for the application deadline. So it's varied. Please check our website. And the decision dates also comes out vary by programs. It's based on how the program process their application. For example, the College of Business programs, they usually process review applications on rolling basis. So students that can hear back from the program within usually around 1 month after they submit application. But majority of our programs process their application on a cohort basis. So typically they wait until the application deadline pass and they start to process, and applicants can hear by 1 month. And the next, the transcript and supporting documents. Our minimum admissions requirements is a bachelor's degree with 3.0 GPA on 4.0 US scale. So in other words, you have to have your bachelor's degree or on path to receive your bachelor's degree before you starting the program on campus at Stony Brook University. We actually do not require WES evaluation. We do our own, transcript evaluation and GPA calculation. So only for some cases, if your degree equivalency cannot be evaluated or GPA cannot be converted, we may require a course-by-course evaluation from WES or IE or ECE. But overall, we don't require WES evaluations. So it's to speed up a little bit our application process and help the applicants save money. And the last one, estimated full-time cost, is just try to give you a brief idea about how much it's gonna cost for one academic year here at Stony Brook in New York. So according to the table, 2025 to 2026, the total cost for international students is between the total cost is around $46,000 and $47,000 for international students. This is just a brief idea. Your actual final tuition cost is based on which program you're going to enroll and how many credits you register every term and how long you're going to take to finish the program. So this is just a basic idea for you to understand the cost at Stony Brook here in New York. And the funding opportunity, as Fred said, most of our doctoral programs are fully funded and with a stipend. And for master degree program students, usually we have a lot of funding opportunities starting from the second term and third term here. So overall, we have excellent programs with affordable tuition and plus a lot of funding opportunities. So that's pretty much everything I have today. Thank you. Any questions?
Yeah, and as Lynn mentioned, these costs are just estimates. The actual cost of attendance is going to vary depending on your program and how many classes you would like to take per semester. So we kind of went with the higher estimates, and same thing with your living expenses as well. So a benefit of Stony Brook University is we are a public institution, so we do have state tuition. So our flat tuition rates are considerably lower than many private institutions within the United States. So that is a draw for us. Your actual tuition costs will vary just depending on your program. There are some master's programs, such as a Master's of Science in like computer science or accounting. Those are only 30 credits. Those will tend to be on the lower end of tuition. But then we do have several other programs that are closer to like 42, 46 credits. So they might be a little bit more. So it really depends on how many credits and how many classes you would like to take per semester. So yeah, does anyone have any questions they would like to ask us?
Yeah, thank you so much for that amazing info session. So if anyone has any question, please make use of the Q&A box to ask your question. We have like 5 minutes. But from my end, there's something I would like to ask in terms of the presentation is actually very graduate focus, and of course we know we have students who are undergrads. We also have parents who also watch the call. Any information relating to undergrad, just wanted to highlight that.
We do have a very popular undergraduate program as well. I think our undergraduate population base is, for the university as a whole, we have about 27,000 students. So we have a very large undergraduate population. However, they do have their own separate office, so I don't have any specific information. But if anyone has any questions about that, we can always connect you with our undergraduate team at enroll@stonybrook.edu is the email address for our undergraduate admissions team.
Okay, thanks for that. So I have a question here from Peter. He's asking, is there a waiver for application fees?
So unfortunately, the application fee is required for most of our programs. When submitting the application, there are a few exceptions that students may qualify for an application fee waiver. So feel free to look at our graduate catalog, which is our bulletin, which will have all the exception options for students who might qualify for a potential waiver.
All right.
And then I forgot one more thing last. And then on some instances, some programs, if you are heavily interacted with the graduate program coordinator or director, and you've attended a lot of their information sessions, and they might be recruiting you for a doctoral program or for research opportunities, some of our graduate programs might offer their own individual waivers where the department would pay the application fee on your behalf. So I would recommend that you contact your academic department that you're interested in to see if they have any opportunities as well, if you don't qualify for one of the exceptions in our bulletin.
Hey, thank you so much for sharing that. Um, so I have a Okay, so we have a question. Do you have a PhD for accounting?
Unfortunately, at this moment, we only offer master's programs in accounting. So we have the MBA within accounting focus, or we offer the Master's of Science in Accounting and Analytics. And the MS in Accounting Analytics, so it's not a PhD, it does prepare our students to meet the licensure requirements for CPA licensure in New York State.
Nice. So question around online programs. Do you have online programs that students can apply to? Asking that question in line to some mobility restrictions for students from Nigeria, like the online programs or programs outside the US that students can actually also consider as well.
Yes, yeah, we do have a handful of online programs that students can choose from. Many of our MBA programs through the College of Business can be done entirely online. And we have had some international students do that from their home country as well. Then we do have our electrical engineering program does have an online focus. So some of the programs do have that. I know some of our School of Nursing programs are completely online for nursing education. And leadership. And then there might be a few others. Through the School of Professional Development, we offer a fully online higher education administration program that can be done, as well as I believe our Master's in Human Resources can be done online as well.
Okay. Does Stony Brook have any campus outside the US?
Yes, we do have the SUNY Korea campus. And the SUNY Korea campus does offer several. There are limited master's offerings, and there are a few undergraduate offerings as well on the SUNY campus in Korea, but they are limited in comparison to our main campus.
Hey. So another question I had there is there scholarship for online College of Business?
So funding for our business programs is limited. The College of Business does have very limited funding opportunities. I would say the majority of our online students are typically self-funded for our master's programs in the College of Business. Unfortunately, but there could be opportunities for teaching assistant or RA positions afterwards. But I would say most of our online students are typically self-funded.
All right, thanks for that. Do you have maybe contacts? I don't know if you shared that through your presentation for which students can reach out to you if they have further question, or you can
Oh,
drop that in
sure.
the chat very quickly.
Yeah, let me put that in the chat. I'm going to put the general information. So it'd be gradadmissions@stonybrook.edu.
Okay.
So feel free to contact that, or you can contact myself or Lynn Bai, and you can find us on our graduate school website as well if you wanted our personal email addresses.
All right. Thank you so much for that wonderful information. So we are actually at time, so we've come to the end of our session. And for participants, feel free to reach out to the email address and the chat if you have further questions. But of course, you can reach out to us, reach out to Education USA if you need further information as well. Thank you all so much for your time. At this point, I'll be bringing the session to an end, and have a good day.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.